Is he cheating? Maybe he is cheating. Alright. Let's see if easy mode or mirror mode changes anything. I feel like it doesn't. Other than the checkpoint time, I feel like there is almost no difference in how the contestants, well, the competitors behave. But yeah. Hey! That was a funny scream. Also, what you mean big-breasted, dude? The whole easy mode, only children play on easy mode, those are not big-breasted. Those are just bunny girls. You know? I don't remember them being big-breasted. Unless there is another one that I'm not aware of. Which could be the case. There might be another, alright. Because the one that I know is just two bunny girls, which are supposed to be like moon rabbits from Toho, I guess. Well, I guess they are supposed to be from Toho. I mean, it's not like Toho invented bunny girls, but they look very similar to Raisin. You hate them? It's okay. Yeah, the bunny's laughing, but you know, see, you gotta look at the bright side. You need to see the how will you call it? You need to see the practicity of the situations. Like they have bunny ears, so you can use them as handle while they play your hard mode, you know? So I don't think it's a bad idea at all. The origin is payback. And what is payback? I don't know what well, I mean, I know what payback means, but I don't know if that's supposed to be Toho made it popular thanks to an Iosis PB. Iosis always him. Iosis. They never learn, do they? Fucking Iosis, dude. Any part where there is cancer, there is Iosis. It's like it's a pattern, you know? I wonder why. Seems pretty clear that easy mode here does make overtaking easier. I mean, that seems pretty obvious. But see, the question is how long it's gonna be easy to overtake. Because yes, right now, the previous race was absolutely free. And this one is already looking quite free because the second place is already here. But what about the next one? And the one after that one, are those gonna be easy? Because as I say, that Chapin race seemed unwinnable. Seemed absolutely unwinnable. Wonder how much of Toho popularity is thanks to Iosis. at least in Japan, I would assume a lot. Because the kind of humor that Iosis uses is Japanese humor, basically. So I'm pretty sure that Iosis is very... Yes, very... it's a culprit of making Toho popular in Japan. I will say that outside of Japan, it's mostly about things like remixes. Well, I mean, Iosis does remixes, but Iosis is more like jokes than remixes, right? Outside of Japan, I think it was mostly about Austroemeria Records, Shibayan Records, Soundholic. I think that's what made Toho more popular outside of Japan. Iosis is just very Japanese. Obviously, there are popular things like Cerno's Math Class and shit like that outside of Japan, but I think things like Bad Apple made a more... had a bigger impact outside of Japan. The third place is already here. Well, but this is kind of like a problem because it feels like there is absolutely nothing in between. Like easy mode and normal mode, because normal mode seems unbeatable, but easy mode seems like a walk in the park. Easy mode being a walk in the park is expectable, is what you would expect, obviously. But normal mode being that hard seems like, I don't know, a very gross miscalculation from the devs. Just look at this, I'm already first place and it's before the last lap. Meanwhile, in normal mode, I didn't even see the first place when I finished the race. So that seems a little bit unbalanced, you know? Seems like they probably added too many zeros in one variable or normal mode. But it's only in this mirror mode. Oh fuck. It's only in this mirror mode because in the regular mode, normal mode works as intended. Like it only gets challenging at the end and whatever, right? Meanwhile, the rest is extremely easy to do. Well, extremely easy not, but it's just a very chill challenge. You know? Alright. Let's see. You know that TikTok sound that happens when loading? That's a very weird thing. You know? Like it's like a bomb is about to blow up. But no, it's just the weird ass loading sound that does the TikTok. Damn. I just realized TikTok is the sound of that social media. That's an interesting thing. a social media after the perceived sound that clocks make. And they are pretty successful. Oh yeah, this jump, I need to be careful with that. I want to imagine how much of a pain in the ass doing this on the interactive mode it's gonna be. I think it should be fine. I also wonder what happens when you finish mirror mode. Does the game congratulate you for it or something? Is that I'm not reacting to that jump because I simply don't recognize it because the track is mirrored. I should be able to. So here I need to brake. But a little bit better. It's okay, he's not gonna overtake. Nice. Alright, so that's the first sexual section. The first set of tracks. The short ones. So here come the long ones. See how it goes. Long mirror mode. I wonder what they are saving. I mean, it's probably pretty clear that they are saving the tournament data. But like, how do you save the fact that you unlock mirror mode? Is my question. Let's go. I don't remember what was the first track having 4 laps. But I think it was the first long Alpine track, if I'm not mistaken. Probably. Oh, I thought I could just jump from one side to the other. You can't just go through the course limits. It doesn't work like that. That I need to check is what developers made this kind of games, just to see if they did something in the future and what are they doing today, just to see if they evolve. they are still active. Because a lot of these old studios that made games for PlayStation kinda disappeared. And that happens for like a lot of, like, before indie companies kinda were a thing, a lot of studios just formed to make games for a console. And after the console lifespan was over, they also stopped making games. So it's a weird thing. I mean, it's not weird if you think about it from a, like, you know, from an economic perspective, right? I mean, if your game wasn't a very good seller in a console generation and you didn't really make a profit out of it, well, it doesn't seem like it's a good idea to keep the company up, you know? Yeah.
Hey, brilliant!
It's raised in USA. So, what is the big idea of not using a single uppercase letter in this game? I mean, yes, you have uppercase letters like there that say start, finish, checkpoint, but what about everything else? Why is there not a single starting uppercase letter?
Let's go!
Like, did the writer forget that you could write on lowercase, I mean on uppercase? Maybe he didn't find the caps lock button. But, you know, you don't even need the caps lock button to write in uppercase. You can just use shift. Maybe it didn't find neither the caps lock button nor the shift button. Or maybe it's a stylist, like a style choice. Maybe the fact that everything is in lowercase was on purpose, like in KOF 11. But why would you do that? Like, don't they realize that it just looks ugly? Because it looks ugly. In fact, it will look less ugly if every single letter was on uppercase. I mean, it's not like it will look super good, but it definitely wouldn't look as bad as a full lowercase on everything, you know. Sounding the horns. These people real. Oh shit! Get fucked. How was that train, buddy? Did you like it? That's pretty nice, right? One of these, in one of these corners, or not the corners, one of these straights, I should look back just to see how ridiculous your rival's rubber banding is. Problem is that it's hard to see properly, because it's very hard to not crash while doing it. Like, for example, there in order to reach that fast where I am, he had to go extremely fast. The issue is that I can't just look at it while I'm driving corners. So you can already see by the kind of movement he's doing that those movements are absolutely nonsensical and that he's cheating. You know. It seems that in this difficulty everything is absolutely free. Well, I'm very curious to see what's at the end. Like, since the credits the last time said now challenge mirror mode, I wonder what it's gonna say here, like if it even is gonna unlock another mode. Though I feel like mirror mode is a little bit lame. What would have been better is if it had a reverse mode. So instead of playing the track horizontally reverse, that you will just go on the opposite way, like many games already have. Because here with the mirror thing, it obviously looks unnatural since it's not supposed to look like that, you know. Oops. What's up? That was a bad corner. Doesn't seem like it matters though. That was especially bad. Cars are not even driving properly. So, something that I'm a little bit confused about. So, the green car here is the first place, right? But wasn't the green car the first guy that I overtook? Or was he blue? Maybe he was blue and I'm confusing it. Because otherwise it obviously doesn't make any sense. Oh, also, yeah, I was right that this is the first track that has 4 laps. In fact, this is the longest race in the whole tournament, since it takes 6 full minutes from beginning to end, which is kind of a pain in the ass. But that's fine. What's important is not fucking up at the end. That's the only danger about this race. The rest is just very standard. need to work on that corner. Well, to be fair, I failed that corner even when I wasn't playing mirror mode. Still. It's interesting the way the collision works when you rush against an obstacle. It's like it completely rejects you, but it rejects you in a way that it makes it look like the collision never really happened, that you just got teleported. Well, that's because that's pretty much what it does. Even then. Oh damn, if that was the last lap I would have lost. I just don't understand how they made that jump so stupid. Because it's compared to every other track, this is the only one that you can just lose right at the end, just because of how badly done the jump is. Basically, we will see if those 6 minutes that the race took are gonna go down the drain or not. All decided by one single jump. All decided by that last jump at the end, and nothing else. Alright, thankfully, I got it.
Hey, brilliant!
It's so messed up, dude. Everything depends on that last jump. All of the other parts of the track are irrelevant. It's that jump the one that matters. You can do it. Yes, I indeed could. But it's not over yet, dude. There are still this race and 4 more. After that, it will be over. But hey, it's okay, don't worry. See, what you need to understand, Blue, is that tomorrow we are back with Miku. So you don't need to panic. Don't worry, these races are gonna be over. Because I know that racing games are probably not the most engaging to watch. But, you know, it's just something that I can't avoid. I really like racing games. Something that it might be hard to understand, but I just really like racing games. It's just the way I'm built. I'm just built for racing games. It's the way it is. No, don't worry. Now, I'm not saying because I'm not talking about being active in chat. I'm just saying that I know that in general, you know, racing games are just not the best spectator games. Like, in fact, I think the only other worse spectator game than a racing game like this one is a puzzle game. Like back when I played Opus Magnum. Yeah, That definitely wasn't a good spectator game at all. Watch any puzzle game? Yeah, no. Again, this is not particularly about you. I'm talking about the general viewer, you know? Because the thing is that, well, first of all, games like puzzle games, the exciting thing happens in your head. Sonic Car is the best racing game to play and watch. Well, Sonic Car, I can see it being entertaining because of how much of a clusterfuck the game is. So in that regard, yes, I can see it being very entertaining. You ain't a true Gabby fan? No, I don't blame anyone for not watching a puzzle game. Because as I was saying, the most exciting things about a puzzle game happen in the head of the one that is playing it. Like, you're not seeing anything exciting happening on the screen, because the exciting thing is how you come up with the solution, how your brain starts connecting the dots, right? That's what's exciting about those sort of games. But when someone is watching, unless the person watching is also trying to solve the puzzle, which most of the times is not the case, there is just nothing to watch, basically. There's just watching a guy staring at a screen like a moron for God knows how much time, while the screen stays still, unchanged. You know. And with racing games, I think the issue spectator-wise is there is a lot of repetition. Because racing games are all about learning tracks, just as racing in real life is. It's about learning tracks, and most of the times you do multiple laps through a track, right? So that repetitiveness and the fact that there isn't really anything. I mean, what's going on the screen is that you see a car going through the track. Right, exactly. You know, I was about to mention Mario Kart. Mario Kart is barely a racing game. It is a racing game, obviously, because there are cars that race. But Mario Kart, the reason why it's so entertaining to watch is because it's so fucking bullshit that anything can happen at any time. It's like you are watching, I don't know, a reality show. Like, you know that the script can make anything unthinkable happen in a reality show, right? It's extremely hard to predict what the stoner-ass writers of the reality show thought of, right? With Mario Kart is the same, since the game is so bullshit and it's so dependent on luck. There is never a time where something predictable happens, you know? Like, anything could change at any moment. Not to mention that the track itself changes in some Mario Kart games. In fact, I'm pretty sure that the last Mario Kart game, Mario Kart 8, had, like, every time you finish a lap, the track will change. Kinda like Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform, where that usually happens for almost every track. That also helps combat the repetitiveness that the racing games have. Yeah, well, Mario Kart is a party game, yes, but it's a party racing game. Just like Mario Party is a party tabletop game. Well, tabletop not because you literally play it on a table, but because it resembles a game like Monopoly, right? But you know, the thing is that that's the problem with racing games. What happens usually is very repetitive and not very interesting. I mean, it's super fun to me to drive this car, to take the corners, to overtake these shovers. That's something that I find very enjoyable. But you know, again, that enjoyment is within me. Just like puzzle games, it's something that it's hard to show on the screen, to show, say, the enjoyment on the screen, right? Smash Bros is not a party game. It surely isn't. But yeah, that's basically the situation, right? I think platforming games are a lot more interesting to watch. Just to name an example of a genre, right? That is more interesting. Mostly because you can see like the struggle very easily. Well, Champ King is probably the best example. Champ King, not only it's extremely simple to understand, like basically you jump to the top and if you fail you fall, right? It's easy to understand, but it's also the perfect like sadistic game to watch. Like it's perfect for sadistic viewers, and most Twitch viewers are sadistic, so they love seeing games like that where the streamer suffers, right? Like it's the perfect game, pretty much. So because of that, you know, it's like it generates a lot more interest. Pain for I Wanna Be the Guy. Yeah, with I Wanna Be the Guy, obviously the pain is the main selling point, but it's slightly different from Champ King, because Champ King is basically waiting for that moment where the player fucks up and loses all the progress. That's the part that matters the most in something like Champ King. For a viewer, I mean. In something like I Wanna Be the Guy, what matters most is seeing how the sanity of the player gradually decreases. Because I Wanna Be the Guy, well, maybe with some exceptions and some difficulty options, you don't really lose progress at all. Like, you have checkpoints that are there at every place, right? So it's not like you're waiting for one moment in particular, you just want to see the general suffering. Yeah, the money shot, yeah. I think it's mostly like that. So I don't think they are the only ones. Like for example, when it comes to genres that are not very good to watch, I think that another genre that is very bad to watch is first-person shooters. The thing about first-person shooters is that unless, well, just like any other game, unless you have the personality to back it up, watching a first-person shooter is not very entertaining. The other example obviously is if you are super good at them. But again, that applies to everything. That also applies to racing games. Like if you're super good at, I don't know, at this game and you are doing the laps, you know, in a perfect way, you're going super fast. Like some people could get engaged, right? Like some people could be like, damn, look at this guy. And the same applies to every other game. But unless that's the case, I think first-person shooter games are also another thing that is not very interesting to watch, because they are the kind of games that you would rather play yourself, you know. Like first-person shooters tend to be more of something that you yourself enjoy. You can watch someone play an FPS game, and you know, you can appreciate, I guess, the graphics and, you know, generally the way the mechanics look, but it's not really something that I think is very entertaining in itself. Like, especially since FPS games are not particularly known for being hard in the single player modes. In the multiplayer modes, of course, you will probably get washed. But I don't think that watching someone getting washed in a multiplayer game is as entertaining as watching someone getting washed at wait, did I say it on reverse? I wanted to say that it's not entertaining to watch someone getting washed on a multiplayer game, but it is on a single player game, usually, I guess. At least that's my experience. But yeah, it's a gamble, really. In reality, I think that what viewers are usually more interested in is in newer releases more than anything. But I don't know, it's something that I don't really think about that much. But I do acknowledge that racing games are not the most entertaining ones to watch. But you know, they are pretty fun to play for me, so it's one of those things that I just cannot avoid.
Let's go!
Like, it has to happen. Already open. I also wonder how hard this race is gonna be in easy mode. Because in normal mode this race took me quite a lot of attempts. That was mostly me trying to understand why I was losing. But it was also about the first place being extremely far. So the question is if in easy mode it will also be extremely far, or if it will be closer. I don't know. Only one way to find out. At least the Japan track was very easy, even in normal. So if I can beat this one, it's obviously guaranteed that I will beat the next one. Well, on the bright side, I guess this will count as a no continue run. and 1 coin clear. So obviously in easy mode I will say it doesn't really have a lot of merit, but yeah, no, look at this. In this easy mode, the first place, it's extremely close. So basically, the disparity between easy mode and normal mode is just mind-blowing. Like, to the point that I don't know if it's a bug or if they really were dumb enough to make it so different. Because it just doesn't make any sense. You know. Balancing games can be pretty hard, I guess. Wait, did that open just in time or no it didn't? Oh, this race is still losable, as always. In fact, the last jump is so stupid. But that should be fine. I'm just curious to know what the game gives me at the end of this mirror mode. Like I just want to see. It's pretty clear that beating this easy mode is easy. I just want to see, because I don't think I ever did this when I was younger. Like back when I played this game, I don't think I ever did mirror mode. Like, I don't even remember myself trying mirror mode in the first place. And if I tried it, it probably wasn't for long. That's why I also want to see what lies at the end of this. But I can't fuck up the last shot. That will be bad. Will be very bad. He's already pretty close. Even though the champ is nowhere near close. This asshole. Wait, someone took a shortcut. Oh, wait a second. Am I getting fucked? I think I'm getting fucked, yeah. Well, not really, I'm still first. But you know, I don't think it was a shortcut. It was what I say the other time, that what's happening is that some other cars are getting another route different from the one I took. So they are naturally being faster than me. Or rather than being faster, they are reaching where I am faster because they are taking the shortest route. That's absolute bullshit though. I mean, I guess you can call it a comeback mechanic, but come on. With a track like that, such a comeback mechanic, I will say that is quite bullshit. Alright, so for this track, what's important to remember is that here I need to go to the left, but that place on the right eventually opens. Last time it only opened on the final lap, but you never know if it might open earlier. And if it does open, I should take it because it saves a lot of time. It saves a tremendous amount of time. That's the only shortcut that this track has. I mean, technically it has a shortcut in one of the corners where you just cut the corner. But that sort of shortcut is nothing compared to how much you are cutting by taking the actual shortcut. This is the quote-unquote shortcut. So at some point, as you can see, it kinda becomes mandatory. It's a shortcut whenever it wants to be a shortcut. Wow, that was a very bad corner, holy shit. Uh-oh, look who is there. Okay, is the door open now or only on last lap? Okay, it opens on this lap, it seems. I don't know if it's related to how fast or slow you are, or if it always is on the third lap. Well, that doesn't matter. I mean, last time I didn't take the shortcut and I still won. So shouldn't be a problem. And unless I really fuck up this last set of corners, it also shouldn't be dangerous to get overtaken by your rival right at the end, so... Okay, I'm assuming the door is still open, right? It isn't! Damn, I'm glad I didn't go there. Like, I'm glad I actually checked before going, because I would have lost. Damn, that's messed up. So it's random. It's completely random whenever it opens. That's messed up, yeah. Is PS1 the latest gen console with the best emulator? No, yeah, as you say, it's the Wii. Both the Wii and the GameCube have, to me at least, the best emulator, which is the Dolphin emulator. That emulator is so brilliant. Yeah. Obviously, DuckStation, which is this emulator, is amazing. It's absolutely glorious, but I think Dolphin is better considering what is emulating and the fact that it can keep such a big quality. Despite that, is very impressive. So yeah, I will say that yeah, the Wii is the one that has the best. Wii Need for Speed. Yeah, the idea is that I eventually will play the Wii and GameCube Need for Speed games, but I don't think I'm gonna do that anytime soon. The prototype is now ready. Oh, you mean the test car? Really? So you actually unlock the test car at the end. I am assuming that's what it means by the prototype is now ready. Probably. Maybe. I will assume. Damn. All my life I was convinced that that black car could not be unlocked. That it was only there for the sake of being there. But no, you can actually unlock it. It seems, well, I haven't seen it yet. And look at that smile. That guy is happy. Prototype is now ready. Alright. So if I go... Yeah, you unlock this driver team. That's crazy. Well, again, all my life I thought this guy was non-playable, but you can actually unlock him. just by beating mirror mode.